Russian reconnaissance teams identified a group of Ukrainian soldiers attempting to re-enter and secure a damaged building north of Pokrovsk. As the troops moved inside and began fortifying their position, the coordinates were immediately relayed to artillery units. Moments later, Tornado-S missiles streaked across the sky, striking the structure with overwhelming force. The building erupted in fire and debris, collapsing under the precision barrage and halting the Ukrainian attempt to retake the position. And as if the night had not yet shown its worst, the terrifying climax came when a Kinzhal missile struck its target with apocalyptic force, captured on footage like a scene from a war cinema. Highway turns into graveyard. Operators of the Rubikon Center and UAV units of the Tsentr military group maintain constant fire control over one of the armed forces of Ukraine's key supply routes in the Krasnoarmysk-Dimitrov-Rodinsky triangle. The corridor has become a killing zone, where FPV drone strikes alone have wiped out nearly 50 armored vehicles. Most of them Western-made footage from objective control cameras reveals the blackened remains of American Max Pro and Stryker vehicles, Humvees, M113 armored personnel carriers, Canadian Senators, Turkish Kirpis, the British Snatch Land Rover, the Swedish BVS-10, the Polish Oncilla, along with Ukrainian-made Novators, Cossacks, and more, all left as shattered wrecks along what once served as a vital supply lifeline. The Pegasus tank unit of Russia's 400th Regiment has reportedly struck Ukrainian defensive positions in support of offensive operations in the Novopavlivka area of Dnipropetrovsk. An extraordinary level of destruction was reported. In the Krasnoarmysk direction, a UAV system team from the 1st Guards Motor Rifle Brigade, part of the 51st Joint Guards Army of the Tsentr group of forces, successfully destroyed a Ukrainian drone control post, suppressing the enemy's surveillance capabilities. Not far from there, FPV drone operators from the Vostok group of forces unmanned system units disabled a UAV control antenna and a heavy Ukrainian helicopter, narrowing the enemy's maneuvering space. Meanwhile, an FPV strike drone team from the Tsentr group of forces reportedly neutralized a position with Ukrainian personnel in Krasnoarmysk, hindering enemy consolidation in the sector. In another sector, UAV operators from the Zapad group of forces targeted several Ukrainian motor vehicles attempting to breach defensive lines around Kupyansk, reinforcing control over critical logistical routes. With coordination among UAV units from multiple groups, unmanned aerial operations continue to play a strategic role on the battlefield, influencing enemy troop movements and positions. In an abandoned apartment complex on the outskirts of Mirnograd, the silence shattered as the Russian Air Force continued its bombing campaign. From above, a Fab 1,500 glide bomb soared in, guided with chilling precision. A moment later, the massive bomb struck directly into the heart of the complex. The explosion tore through concrete and steel, ripping apart entire sections of the structure in a single violent blast. In the dead of night, the front was wrapped in a heavy silence, until the darkness suddenly came alive. Along the defensive lines, Russian mobile air defense groups took their positions, scanning the sky for threats far to the west. The horizon ignited as powerful Iskander missiles and swarms of Geran UAV sped toward their targets in Kyiv. The night turned to day for a moment as the thermal power plant was struck, sending a towering bloom of fire and sparks into the sky. In one coordinated night of combat, air defense duels and deep strike operations collided, painting the battlefield with light, fire, and the unmistakable echo of a war that never sleeps. In the Krasnoarmysk direction, T-72 B-3M tanks from the 27th Motor Rifle Division of the Tsentr group of forces unleashed a powerful strike, destroying an ammunition depot and eliminating temporary Ukrainian positions, reinforcing pressure on the front line. Next, footage captures a huge fire raging in Panyutino, Kharkiv region, where a Ukrainian gas compressor station was burning after a precise strike by Geran drones. The blaze swallowed the facility, turning the day sky into a wall of orange light. Above the inferno, a Geran drone can be seen cutting across the sky. In the silent night, the darkness over the front line was broken only by the faint hum of engines and the distant glimmer of searchlights sweeping the sky. As Ukrainian long-range UAV pushed toward their targets, Russian mobile air defense groups were already in motion, quiet, coordinated, and deadly. From the shadows of tree lines and abandoned industrial blocks, machine gun crews unleashed precise bursts of tracer fire, stitching glowing arcs into the sky. Manpads operators locked onto incoming silhouettes, sending fiery missiles upward in sharp, decisive strikes. Larger air defense systems rumbled to life moments later, their radars painting the night with unseen precision before releasing volleys that lit up the horizon. And when gaps appeared, FPV drone units filled them, launching interceptors that chased the enemy UAV like guided predators. One by one, the intruding drones fell in burning fragments, illuminating the battlefield below for an instant before disappearing into darkness again. The night remained silent, but only because the defenders made it so. Kyiv skies erupt again. Battles on the Zaporizhzhia front intensify as the 58th Army's strike drone operators drive the assault deeper into the Kyiv sector. Their FPV teams move in lockstep with advancing ground forces, hunting down Ukrainian drone crews, burning out tanks, and smashing armed forces of Ukraine vehicles attempting to hold the line. Each precision strike clears another pocket of resistance, tightening Russia's grip on the battlefield as the push toward Kyiv continues. Ukrainian commanders pushed armored vehicles into battle around Predtechino and north of Stupochky, hoping to pull Russian units away from the assault on Konstantinovka. But as predicted, the plan totally failed. New footage shows Ukrainian tanks being destroyed in both Predtechino and Stupochky, their attempted diversion collapsing under Russian fire. A footage from the liberation of Yablonovo in the Zaporizhzhia region shows assault units of the 114th Motor Rifle Regiment of the Vostok Group pushing forward toward Huliaipol with unbroken momentum. Ukrainian troops were forced out of the settlement as Russian assault teams swept through streets, trenches, and fortified corners, securing every position one by one. By the end of the operation, more than 6 square kilometers had been brought firmly under Russian control, marking another step in the advance across the sector. Relentless strikes break through. Fighters of the Tsentr military group continue destroying Ukrainian infantry and equipment day and night. Strike drone operators support the advance with precise hits on key Ukrainian assets. Footage from November 15th shows how vehicles, Kozak armored cars, HPK systems, shelters, electronic warfare units, Baba Yaga heavy drones, UAV launch platforms, antennas, Starlink terminals, and other critical equipment being eliminated as Russian forces maintain constant pressure on the front line. Today, we turn to the latest developments on Ukraine's eastern front. Russian forces have reportedly carried out an assault toward Pokrovsk and continue advancing into the Dnipropetrovsk region. According to circulating reports, the Tsentr group of forces has been heavily involved in combat operations, applying sustained pressure on opposing positions. Ukrainian infantry units are facing ground attacks combined with supporting operations from the air. At the same time, Russian strike drone operators are conducting precision missions against tactical targets, providing important support for the pace of the Russian offensive. Footage shows several battlefield locations, including the remains of military positions, combat equipment believed to belong to the Ukrainian armed forces, as well as communications gear and heavy drones used in the operation. The situation on the front line continues to evolve. drone operators from the unmanned aerial vehicle units of the Motor Rifle Brigade under the command of the Zapad group of forces have reportedly succeeded in thwarting Ukrainian attempts to rotate personnel and deliver ammunition near Kupyansk through aerial surveillance and precision strikes. The UAV team was said to have been able to hinder enemy logistics movements, while also slowing the rotation of frontline positions. The situation in the Kupyansk sector remains a major focus. Recent developments from various battle sectors indicate an intensification of Russian unmanned aerial operations across several areas of Ukraine. UAV units from the Zapad group of forces have reportedly thwarted an attempt by Ukrainian motorized vehicles trying to break through near the settlement of Pokrovsk in the Kupyansk district. Meanwhile, FPV drone teams from the Sever group of forces set up an ambush along routes used for the movement and rotation of military equipment in the Kyiv region and were said to have successfully halted the movement of a group of personnel, as well as a camouflaged ATV in a forest belt area. In another sector, strike UAV operators from the Vostok group of forces carried out attacks on Ukrainian armored and motor vehicles near Rovnopolye in the Zaporizhzhia region. Additionally, drones from the Tsentr group of forces were reported to have destroyed a Ukrainian UAV command post in the Krasnoarmysk direction. Unmanned aircraft operators from the 51st Joint Forces of the Southern Military District also neutralized enemy military communication antenna equipment in the Konstantinivka direction. To conclude the report, specialists from the Rubikon Center successfully eliminated approaching reconnaissance and strike drones using aerial interception techniques. In the dead of night, Odessa's horizon burst into flames. As alarms wailed, firefighters battled towering flames that painted the night in violent orange, fighting to reclaim the darkness from the inferno left behind. A lone Geran UAV slipped through the darkness. The strike tore into a solar power plant, igniting rows of panels like shattered glass under a burning sky. Look at that! Russian FPV drone operators skillfully targeted an armored vehicle near Konstantinivka, as well as a robotic system in the Kramatorsk-Drushkivka sector. That's all for today's update. Thanks for watching, and don't miss our upcoming videos.